Ladies and gentlemen, I am reacting to the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. The Chiefs were on the clock, but they decided to trade that pick with the team that just beat them in the Super Bowl. But the Eagles are giving the Chiefs their 5th round draft pick, to be exact, the 164th pick overall, to move up one spot with the Chiefs. And listen, depending on who the Eagles end up taking, I think that there will be different levels of outrage. But the fact the Chiefs are only moving back one spot, and they did just get a 5th round draft pick, I think that's pretty good. Goodell is coming to the stage, so let's go ahead and listen to what he has to say.
With the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select
Jahad Campbell, the linebacker from Alabama. That is a really, really good, man, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick. And I wonder if the Chiefs would have considered that. Maybe they weren't considering that, which is why they ended up trading down. I don't hate that. I mean, there's still some really good players left on the board. You know, going over kind of what's happened in the first round, you saw Josh Connerly Jr. end up going to the Washington Commanders. Josh Simmons, the Ohio State left tackle, he's still available. You know, Luther Burden, the wide receiver from Missouri, he is still available, and that would be a very flashy pickup. Both running backs from Ohio State are there in Travion Henderson, and then, of course, you know, the other, I can't remember his teammate's name right now, but I'm just trying to think of the best case situation for the Chiefs right now. The edge rusher from Marshall is still available. I wonder if they're going to go edge here in the first round. Clearly, the value was still going to be there at pick 32. And I wonder, I mean, the question is, do the Chiefs like, you know, the health of Josh Simmons? If he ends up being, you know, completely healthy, then I think he's probably going to be the Chiefs, you know, selection. The Chiefs are on the clock right now, and the pick is already in. The pick got in less than a minute, so they must be very confident. Honestly, the more that I think about it, I don't know if it's going to be Josh Simmons. It might not be a flashy pick. It might not be a Luther Burden. It might not be a running back. They could kind of go with, you know, the best player available, and it might be the edge rusher from Marshall. I mean, you know, you saw the defensive tackles and Derek Harmon and, you know, Walter Nolan go earlier on in the first round. The AFC West just loaded up on running backs. The Chargers ended up taking Omarion Hampton. Ashton Genty went 6th overall to the Raiders. So maybe the Chiefs kind of fall in line and go, you know, running back here at pick 32, but I don't know if that is the best case scenario. Jackson Dart got, you know, selected with the 25th overall pick in the first round. The Giants traded back into the first round and ended up not getting the guy that everyone thought was going to go, and that's Shadur Sanders. He's still on the board. I would probably break my laptop if the Chiefs decided to take him. But right now is the point of the draft where they really start to prolong these picks. It takes forever, seemingly, to find out who the Chiefs ended up picking, even though the pick is already in. And I could probably check Twitter and find out, you know, the Chiefs selection, but I don't want to do that. I want to find out, you know, who they end up picking and give my raw reaction to you guys. I thought about live streaming this draft, but, you know, I just decided that let's just react to the Chiefs pick. Started recording when they were on the clock at pick 31. They ended up trading back one pick. And I think that we're going to probably get a really good player here with the 32nd overall pick. Man, I don't really want it to be Josh Simmons. And I'm going to have to backpedal if it does end up being him. But I don't know. I mean, clearly there's enough of a concern about him that teams are not lining up to draft him. And to see Josh Connerly Jr. go before Simmons and Banks win in the top 10. So I feel like tackles, those high-end ones, they're really not going to be available, you know, in the 30s. And I think the Chiefs would try to take Simmons, who, let's face it, would be a developmental piece. And do the Chiefs think that taking a developmental piece would be the best case scenario right now? I just don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not Brett Veach. He thinks very differently. But it's kind of hard for me to be like, no, like, why is he thinking like that? Because, he's hit on like 60% of his first round draft picks, whether it's Trent McDuffie or George Karlaftis. Goodness gracious. So this is my reaction to who the Chiefs are going to take at pick 32. I just want to get to the freaking pick, man. I'm tired of hearing all the commentary. We've talked over and over and over again about who the Chiefs should take in this draft for months, and we've gotten to this point. And I think that regardless of what decision the Chiefs decide to make, we have to have trust that it might work out just because, Brett Veach has earned the benefit of the doubt. And I think that, trading back also gives you another asset in this draft to maybe trade up, or maybe they end up picking a really good player with that Eagles 5th round pick. So the pick is in, and I think my phone just went off. Someone just definitely spoiled what happened. Okay, they haven't announced it yet. I'm waiting for Goodell to come up on the stage. I definitely think that whoever the Chiefs just drafted, I got a text. Oh, here he goes.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons.
The Chiefs just drafted Josh Simmons, the guy that we've been talking about all offseason. I've taken him in a couple mock drafts. Man, I mean, clearly this team was terrified of what happened in the Super Bowl. Oh, man. I mean, I don't want to say that this is a bad pick because I just don't want to. But at the same time, this guy's probably not going to play in year one. We've talked about Josh Simmons. He had a patellar tendon issue in college. He had a big injury, basically missed all of last year. This guy's not going to play this year. You signed Jalen Moore. So unless he is your backup plan to the backup plan, I mean, the Chiefs are taking a big gamble here. And after they took Kingsley last year in the second round, they better be damn sure that this ends up working out. Oh, man. So the Chiefs end up trading back in the first round to get Josh Simmons at pick 32. Oh, man. Listen, we thought it all along. We thought the Chiefs were going to end up taking a left tackle. He's been linked to us all offseason, and he just happened to be available. So, wow. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What do you think of the Chiefs drafting left tackle Josh Simmons in the first round? If he ends up being great, the Chiefs will have a 5th-year option. That's a long ways away. I'm going to dig into more tape on Josh Simmons and give you my true, real thoughts. But right now, just the raw reaction is, oh, man. I mean, Luther Burden was on the board. The edge rusher from Marshall was on the board. I do think that you can make the case that since the Chiefs actually traded back for this player, that they got good value because not only did they get Josh Simmons, but they got a pick out of it. They got that 5th-round pick from the Eagles. And it's kind of ironic in a way that you traded with the Eagles, who absolutely decimated you in a Super Bowl. They gave you a pick for taking left tackle, hopefully to, stop what they got cooking over there in Philly. So, man, I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Again, the Chiefs just took Josh Simmons with the final pick in the first round after they traded back one pick with the Eagles. They got a 5th-round draft pick for day 3. Josh Simmons is the Kansas City Chief. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I appreciate all you guys for watching this reaction. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video. And as always, go Chiefs.